Let's delve into the fascinating story of the Russian Revolution and what it meant for Russia and the entire world. In the early 20th century, Russia was ruled by Tsar Nicholas II. He was a kind of king, and his family had been ruling Russia for hundreds of years. But the people of Russia weren't very happy. The country was experiencing hard times, many people were poor, and they wanted more rights like the folks in other European countries. This set the stage for a huge change. One big problem was the First World War, which started in 1914. Russia was part of the war, but they weren't doing so well. Many soldiers were losing battles, and there wasn't enough food for everyone back home. People were tired, hungry, and cold, so they wanted the war to end. In 1917, things reached a boiling point. In February, many people started to protest. They wanted bread and peace. Women led protests in the city of Petrograd, which is called St. Petersburg today. The soldiers who were supposed to keep the peace joined the protesters instead. The Tsar was forced to step down, leaving Russia without an emperor. This event is known as the February Revolution. After the Tsar resigned, a temporary government took over, but it wasn't very strong or effective. Many people, including a group called the Bolsheviks, were unhappy because the new government kept Russia in the war. The Bolsheviks had a leader named Vladimir Lenin who promised peace, land, and bread. He meant stopping the war, giving land to the peasants, and making sure everyone had enough to eat. Later that year, in October, the Bolsheviks took action. This is known as the October Revolution. They stormed the Winter Palace, which was the temporary government's headquarters, and took over without much fighting. After this, Lenin and the Bolsheviks controlled Russia. Now, with the Bolsheviks in power, Russia soon became the Soviet Union, the world's first communist state. This meant trying to build a society where everyone shared everything equally, and the government controlled much of the economy. The changes in Russia created waves around the world as leaders and people everywhere watched to see what would happen next. It was the start of a new era that would last until the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. So, the Russian Revolution was a time of big change and hope for many who wanted a better life, but it also led to lots of challenges and new ideas about how people should live and be governed.